So what's your goal when you start working with new students? I teach either ESL or Spanish, and my end goal is for my students to become conversational within 3 months. To clarify, that doesn't mean they'll be fully fluent or that they're going to master the language in 3 months, but they'll be able to do things like introduce themselves to new people, buy things, order food at restaurants, and make small talk in the target language. So, after 2 years of Spanish in high school, I couldn't do any of the above, and when I traveled to Spain for the first time, I sure did wish my teachers had taught me how to do these things. After spending a few weeks there and playing a guessing game every time I ordered food or bought something, it would have been nice to have spent some time preparing for those situations as well. I actually ordered raw octopus one day. Gross. So whenever I start working with new students, these are the first conversational skills I work towards with them. It's exactly what people need to learn if they get on a plane and go abroad. In the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey's second habit is to begin with the end in mind. In another international bestseller, Presenting to Win, the very first chapter discusses the need to start every presentation with the objective in sight, so they're essentially the same things. Starting with the end or the desired outcome of each lesson should be the first step in teaching our students a new language. If our goal is to teach them how to speak a new language, the very first step is to introduce oneself to a speaker of that language. Learning how to speak Spanish requires speaking Spanish and practicing it frequently, so logically, any Spanish students must be able to introduce themselves with confidence to Spanish speakers. So this next activity that I'm going to share with you will show you how I do this conversationally, relying on comprehensible input, encourage speech, and lots of visual aids and extra linguistic context to help my students negotiate meetings.